Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome to Urtuk, Desolation. This is a game, strategy turn-based RPG. It's in closed beta at the moment, and I have been allowed to show it off to you, which is I'm very pleased to do so. It's a very interesting game. It has a very Dark Souls theme, like art style to it. Though it's it has a more open world exploration setting, which is that you basically have various routes you can traverse and pathways you can go. Well, I'll show it off to you and we'll start. As I have said, the Let's Play for this is going to be relatively, there probably will come a time when a new build of this is released and I lose to say because what's been happening recently. As such, I cannot guarantee that we will get a complete run of this done, but we'll give our best shot. Let us start. Right, this is the beginning. You choose your party members. You can do random, you can default. There are players vampires, when you complete enough progress in the game, werebeasts, and there are other stuff. Like other factions that can join that haven't been released yet from the developers. If you press the question mark here, you bring up the stats. A healer and supporter regenerates health by feasting on fallen enemies. The game has gone under several iterations of development since I've played it. Like when I initially played it, you had a fixed party roster that you could switch between, like you got a different party setup, as you can see here. There's lots of character variety. As it is right now, I am going to show off basically like a default party I first played with, which is Priest, Guardian, and Berserker, which is like the default party, which I think Bulls of Believe is sort of something I would recommend. You have a very tanky character, you have a very defensive, you have a very tanky character, you have a very damage oriented character, and you have a healer. Now if you press here, you can see the stats. It gives a bit of lore info, movement range, equipment type, like how much stamina it takes to do an action, which will come into account in the game. You don't see it here, but they have like stamina and health bars, and you use stamina per turn. Abilities, which cost you health to use, which is lifesteal, which is basically you steal health to heal. Various other abilities, which we'll get into that later on. Abilities that have like names, like red or blue names, basically are traits. For example, quick learner, you are smart and learn quickly, you need much less XP to progress. Or light-footed, you upgrade to swap ability, you are now able to swap an allies many times depending on how far you move already. Afterwards you can execute an ability like normal. As you can see here in the purple lettering, it has this trait can be extracted, which is a currency for life essence. Life essence is like one of the main resources in the game that you use to basically take out items and various bits and pieces. So, also like certain RPG games, there is a wound mechanic, which is that when you lose a party member in a battle, they're not dead, they are just wounded. If you then get them killed again in another battle, they stay dead. Wounds are treated by using medicine. Medicine is a very key resource in this world. This is basically set in like a post-apocalyptic world where the world has pretty much ended. And what's left are people straggling for it, and so there are stuff like mutations, like you have Brilliant Mind, mutated item adds the Brilliant Mind boost concentration by 75%, but decreases max HP by 25%. Concentration is the ability to allow certain traits to fire, which is like their focus ability. Drain 30% of current HP and adds it to as bonus damage for one strike, can be applied more times on a single character. The bonus damage will stack. Like this is like it's a bonus ability that they get as per their class. You have all kinds of characters, like we could go priest, we could go assassin, javelinman, guardian, blood knight, war monk, footman, hunter, berserker, spearman. I'm gonna go with this setup because this is the setup that I like for a default starting class, because he's very tanky. He's very damage dealing, like offensively. Urtuk, this is the thing I will say. Whenever you play this game, the character that's on the far left will always be Urtuk, because Urtuk is basically the named character in the story. The character model and artwork may change, but his name will always stay Urtuk, and Urtuk will have certain things that happen to him. Now, we're allowed to choose 2 items. Well, you can choose difficulty, which is exploration. For less experienced tactical RPG players, it's still quite challenging. For players who are good at tactical RPGs and already have experience with this game. I'm going to go, and then you have Epic Journey. Like, you know every mechanic in this game and how very talented at tactical thinking, hard as hell. If you can win the game, call me for a beer. Yeah, basically, he's not joking. The game, even on base, or even on basic, on exploration, is very difficult. So, it's not for the weak-willed. I am going to start off with, let's see, what do I want to have? We can take 2 items. Medicine is very nice. Minor item, adds the Action Man when max focus reach, gain a critical strike for the next attack. That's not too bad. Critical strike grants critical counter strike on each block. That's not too bad. What I will though is I will take. I'm going to take 2 items. I'm going to take the Silver Shield for my Knight, so he has better damage protection, because as you can see, protection it has 441 points of damage protection, which means it would take them a lot more to chew through his block, his armor rating, than normal. And I will take the Silver Axe, which is damage, which is better than the axe that he has. So let us start. Priest Uruk. Thank you, Edric, for the rescue, but you have been badly wounded. Sentinel, Edric, don't worry about me, just let's get out of here. We need to move east. Sentinel, when all of us are here, we're safe. But there are 2 guards in the front of us, we need to kill them. Rightio. He's going to move. He's taking damage. He's going to punch this guy. This is pretty much an always predetermined scenario. So there's a lot happening on the screen for you to see. You can have Battle Advisor, which basically gives advice. You've got the options menu, as you can see here. You have open help screen menu. Retreat from battle. You can't do this because it's a tutorial mission. Toggle on and off SO's UI tips, so we can turn stuff like that off. And you also have toggle on off SO elevation, which basically shows the levels of height variation. One thing I will say in this game, if you're on a 4 and you try and go to a 6, it won't work. It's the difference in height is too high, so it has to be quite. It is quite obvious once you have this up. Like, it's basically 4 to 5 you can move, 4 to 6 you cannot. The height difference is too different. So you have a combat log here. You got the character turn order, whose turn it is. You can hover over to see their stats. You have health, you have damage, you have basically timeline, which is basically their place in the timeline of like activity. Health rates, healing rates, AP usage, where they will turn up in the next turn order. Movement points, effects, various bits and pieces, like the different abilities that they have. There's a lot to take in, but it will sow itself sooner rather than later. So let's get him moving. He has action points. As you can see, he'll go then here. So he's basically relatively far in the turn order. So what I want is to give. Let's see, what is it? That's life steal to help steal life. I don't want that. I want Aegis. Target receives Aegis buff. Aegis will nullify the next incoming single damage on target. This ability cannot be cast always in one end. This ability can be cast always in one end turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to buff Aegis on the Knight. He takes damage because his abilities cost blood to do, and then we will move. And end turn for him. This guy's going to go up here. End turn for him. You can also undo turns as well. Everything takes stamina. So for example, he has a 65 stamina. So to get to here won't take him any stamina. But to use an action, for example, we could do Sealed Ally, we could do Bash and Move, we could do Bash, we could do an attack. As you can see, they all have different stamina costs. So we're going to do Sealed Ally. When a target is attacked by a normal attack, try and shield him. Sealed Allies don't work against charge, ram, bash, or projectile abilities. So we're going to do Sealed Ally, which will take some stamina. He's going to move up. block it, but Agus takes effect, so he takes no damage from that. Normally, it would eat through his armor rating. So basically, first it would eat through his armor rating, then it would basically go into his health. So, how are we going to do this? There's no way to delay turns, unfortunately. So we're going to wait a turn. We're going to wait a turn. He's going to move. Then he's going to move up. I am going to swap with him. Then I am going to swap with him. I want to see if I can keep this guy alive if possible. You guys heal also after battles, so it's not a huge issue. I will cast Aegis on him because I know how the story missions go. Right, as you can see, we can't get up here because it's 3 tiles higher. So we are going to swap him out. That's done. He's going to run around here. Unfortunately, he will get another shot off and it will kill him. By the way, I should say, no, Edric is dead. Okay, we need to ignore this enemy crossbowman and escape from this region as fast as possible. Right. I'm going to move him down here because I am just going to win the scenario for some extra XP. The knight is going to basically pummel it up here after this guy. He's probably going to try and shoot my berserker, but my berserker can take it. He's going to remain down here out of the way because range units in this game are nasty. As you can see, if you do an action, if you just move and don't take any action and keep your stamina full, you do get a speed bonus next turn. Which basically means that you basically can move a bit further. See, his speed is increased. We can't do anything this turn. We can't do anything this turn. Unfortunately, the archer is going to get another shot off on us. So we're going to come up here. We're going to do an attack. Hopefully he won't be able to kill us this turn, I hope, because it'd be a pain if he does. Let's see if we can actually eat an attack. I'm going to cast Aegis on myself, because I'll be low health, but it would be tempting for the enemy bowman. I see, the increased speed helps you push up further in the turn order. So we kill him, and we are victorious. Uruk, your journey begins. As Urtuk, you have been held in prison in a sanctorium deep under the surface. For many years, the corrupted alchemists have been conducting experiments on your body. As a result, you have suffered a deadly mutation. Now, finally, you have escaped from the underground and undertake a dangerous journey for the search for the cure. You don't know its exact location, so you need to look for some clues to the village. The clues in villages after you've taken control of them. In this zone, in the Badlands, you must fight your way through the scavengers, a group of bandits and thugs lurking for unwary travellers. Also remember that medicine used to heal injuries in your party are extremely rare, and you can buy some in black markets. So this is how the game basically works, which is that our primary goal is to scout this region and look for clues about the cure. You can manage your party, you can also do a quick save, which we are going to do. You can go game menu, have your options, your settings. At the moment it's very straightforward. Campaign animation speed, slow, default, fast, very fast. I am going to go default for that. You have camera shaking enabled, camera ambient shaking enabled, that kind of stuff. There are various tips, you can go over them in the game. There's various sizes of screen, standard stuff. You can also focus on party. So here's where we go. This is how the game works. You have a world map. You have routes that you can take. Prisoners. It is said that somewhere east of your position is an abandoned camp. People not from this region conducting secret tradings. Adventurers go missing around here. We can't see it here, but it's difficulty easy. This is difficulty normal. Troubled mercenaries. Not too far from here, a mercenary alias the Guardians was hired by common people to kill one of the leaders of a hostile scavengers. He failed the task and is now being chased by outlaws. Some of his friends already help him defending, but they are overwhelmed by the enemy. He is north of you. So we're going to go for the easy mission to start off with. You go here. Something is not right in this abandoned camp. When you look closely, you definitely see fresh tracks from lots of people. Even closer look into the camp reveals a secret slave hideout. Near the hostile bastards, you recognize 3 prisoner cages. It's been quite dangerous. You can also see some scavengers around. Should you try to kill or engage, and maybe these prisoners will have something of value for us. It's an easy mission. Let's attack. So, welcome to the basic standard deployment setting. As you can see here, it is basically stated how you do this. You can deploy up to 6 characters in the battlefield on the highlighted white hexes, which you can see here. To select a character, just click on the avatar, which are these ones here, and for the left, click on the already deployed character. To deploy, simply right-click on the white hex. If you want to remove a character from the battle, use the remove icon, which is here. If you already select a character, you can switch positions with a deployed character with a right click on another character. The number above the character head indicates the turn order that they are in. You can move the camera with the WASD keys or arrow keys, or with the mouse while pressing middle of the right button. Middle or right button when you're ready, click the start battle button to begin. So here we go, folks. These are the people we're facing. I love the art style in this. It has a very Dark Souls theme to it. Maps are also terrifying, not going to lie. So we have to kill this guy. There's a bloke from Mace carrying a trail of heads. There's a bloke with, well, not Mace Morningstar. There's what looks like to be a Javelier, or basically a ranged unit, and there's a guy with a great weapon. Now, they only have 2 ways of getting to us, which is basically this way. So let's try and beat them to the punch, shall we? So let's put him here, and we'll put the healer at the back because of nasty range units. The healer heals from basically eating dead bodies. So, okay, soldiers, okay, slaves and some soldiers, let's deal with them. I'm going to end his turn early so he has an enhanced amount of speed. You're going to run here. And then wait. I should have probably healed him, to be honest. I'm going to move him here for a reason, because I want to bash people as they come through. He can't get through, so he has to go the long way. He's probably going to try and hit me. Yeah, there we go. You see my armor goes down. So, move him up. You're going to do lifesteal on this guy, because this is predominantly my damage dealer. And that's his turn done. Then the damage dealer is going to stand up, and there you go. Zone of control. Your characters enter the zone of control of another enemy. All adjacent tiles around the enemy can create a zone of control. When entering, your character cannot move any further. So basically, we can't move any further because he controls the ones around him. I'm just going to have to hit him instead. He gets an attack against us. We get 2 attacks because we are a berserker, and then we can do bash into him, slam him into the barricade, and kill him. He gets healed from the way this guy works is that he gets healed from basically pain and suffering inflicted on other characters, which is terrifying, I know, but that's how he works. The the Ballwig, who is this bounty hunter, can't reach us, so we're okay for the moment. I will cast Aegis on him because I have a plan. And we're going to end. He can't do anything. He's still got to try and make his way around. He's going to move up. He healed a bit, which is nice. They still have those abilities. He's done. He's going to move up and swing. Yeah. He's stunned this turn, which isn't great. How's his stamina looking? So we've got a shield bash him into there. Then we can't do anything this turn, I do not think. We are going to cast Aegis on him though, because he is stunned, so he's losing a lot of stats. Bounty Hunter keeps moving, we have to be careful of him. He's done. Let's do another shield bash into the shield to get past that. Man, that stun is nasty. Stunned, unable to do any action, vulnerable to any oncoming hit, will become critical. Ugh. How long does that last? I don't like it that Bounty Hunter's getting close. The reason I'm bashing is because he's got a lot of armor. Let's move him ahead, just out of the way. You're going to kill him. Critical, well done, you just hit an enemy with a critical. When this happens, your character can trigger various effects like applying bleed or lifesteal. He healed up. He's probably going to start trying to chuck javelins at us, or just stab us in the back. I don't like that one bit. So we've got to swap him out for him. And then you can basically just ruin his day. He's got a spear which gives him retaliation, which means he can always strike first and melees normally if he has a reaction left. But you managed to get a load of healing done and lots of experience. Achievement unlocked. Mass killer. When killing an enemy, gain 35 speed. Progress 1 of 10. Not yet learned. Progress is made when a character kills at least 2 enemies within 2 turns. So he basically needs to kill another 18 people. He needs to kill at least 2 people within 2 turns of each other to unlock that trait of his. Achievement trait. Slaves had planned some nasty things. Slavers had planned some nasty things. You found a prisoner and were able to free them. One of them agreed to join you, and you got a silver sword. I wanted to see what that pop-up said, unfortunately. So we can select who will join you. We can get a javelinman. We can get a bounty hunter. We can get an assassin. Silent, quick, and deadly, can attack with various strikes, but is vulnerable at times. Ranged character fires a crossbow with devastating armor-piercing capacity, can cripple enemies and immobilize them. Ranged character that throws javelins. The shooting arc is quite high, so you can easily throw over objects of characters. This is nice because friendly fire is something in this game. So this is the result we get from our plunder. We get Trillium, which you can see here, default currency of the world, and we get life essence. Your life essence, a resource used for extracting mutations from fallen enemies, because this is a post-apocalyptic world, folks, and everyone carries mutations. So, for example, if we had the life essence, we could extract this organ on a critical normal hit, stun the enemy. Immobilization on criticals, on a critical non-blocked normal attack, immobilize target for 1 turn. Or vigorous on a critical normal hit, gain regeneration of 25% of max HP within 2 turns. Very nice abilities. We haven't got the resources to get them. So let's see what we can get. I would like to have a ranged character, so I'm thinking either the javelinman or the hunter. I'm going to take the javelinman because basically having there is friendly fire, and I like having the ability to throw over my shield wall. So let's set free this person. We get him. So we can go to our party, then we can give the silver sword to him, which is a weapon he can use. It increases his damage a little bit, not tons, but he's predominantly a tank. We also have this organ, Last Stand, focus ability, mutated item. Overwrites the focus ability with Last Stand. On next lethal damage, don't die. Instead, live with 2 HP remaining, and if you have a melee weapon, strike with full stamina next adjacent enemy with 200 lifesteal. So that's very nice for him. This will override his blood strength focus ability, because these focus ability items will basically overwrite your current one. So he gets Last Stand, which is nice. Here is our range unit. He hasn't got much strength or vitality, but he has a lot of agility. Every point of agility increases the character's turn speed by 1, which makes character acting more often. Also, max stamina is increased by 3. Basically, the higher your agility, the better you are at turn order. He's not fantastic besides that. He's got haste, target receiver bonus speed with each normal attack, has 3 charges. You can also see here, each character has different traits. So he's got perks, mutation and non-mutation, which has the origin and sanctorium. Little is known about it, but it will progress each passing day. It may progress to the next level. Quick learner, light foot, feast. These are his perks, his traits, and he has some more that can be unlocked. Same with him. And same with Stormis. His one is basically Berserker, strike up to 2 times, defending, retaliates after the first strike. And then he has Mass Killer, which basically takes time to unlock. He also has this guy's light-footed. You can also break down items to get a degree of stuff back. You can also create medicine, but medicine is made from basically using blood and flesh, which are resources that you can find in game. You can also break stuff down. Like I could break down a Iron Sword. Drag and drop the item, dismantling item dismounted. We got basically 4 currency from that, which is not bad. So we can go back the way we came. We could go to here. You heard that some treasure hunters went missing on a nearby mine east of you. Oh, we could go back here and swing around up here and see what this is. There is no party size limit. Well, there is. Your party will swell and follow after you, which is very nice. You can also send your party members out on missions, as you can see here. See, mission you cannot send because he's the party leader, but you could send one of our party members out on a mission if you wished. There's a chance of them getting injured, and remember, if they get injured and then have to fight a battle, they will die. So this is not a game to take chances with. Let's do a collapsed mine job. Collapsed mine. As you enter the mine, the ground collapses and you fall 1 level deeper into a big cave. When you stand up, you see the treasure hunters nearby grouped together in the middle. Beasts lurking below surround you and the adventurers. The only way out is to fight the beasts. So there's no. There are some allies. Him. We have some pretty nasty beasts actually. Really nasty beasts. Whoa, okay. This is supposed to be an easy fight. Let's get here. And we'll deal with the beast over here first. We can't control him, he's on his own. Well, it seems like we've got into some trouble here, as we did. We need to get out of here, and the only way is to kill these creatures. We're already established a defensive perimeter with the traps. Let's combine forces. Okay, so he's holding off this area here. He's fairly low in the turn order. So let's move up and can I throw? I think he's just out of range, unfortunately. His ability also allows him to raise and lower terrain. So let's raise the terrain a little bit. We're going to put lifesteal on him. He takes a bit of damage. You're going to move up to high terrain. You're going to move here. And you're going to cast Shield Ally on him. He's just going to move up. He triggers a trap, so he's stuck and he can't move. He's going to jump forward and kill him, which is nice. I do not like that guy being so close. I wish I had lifesteal, but for the time being, you're going to move here and you're going to throw a javelin at him. You're going to cast lifesteal on him. And then you're going to fall back. You're going to pass return. You're going to shield ally again. So when is this guy going to turn? Okay. Lifesteal on the archer. Oh, he's already got lifesteal, but he can do double lifesteal, which is even more damage, which is nice. Yeah, he's not actually going to come out to play. Radio. That's how you want to do it. Let's do this. Took some damage, but he managed to get some stuff done. So let's kill him. I was hoping to get the kill with that, but he hasn't got enough stamina. So his turn is done. He can now move to here to protect against whatever this thing is. He's going to get the kill on him, which I'm not happy with. These guys are very damage orientated. Let's move here. Get a javelin flow off. Very nice. Height advantage. Good job there. You took advantage of height. The higher ground inflicted bonus damage is also a damage penalty for attacking strikes from a lower ground. So yeah, you want to have the high ground advantage. He healed up. We'll give lifesteal to him, so he can get some health back from attacks. End his turn, because he is basically going to go toe-to-toe with this guy. Unfortunately, it means that he will get the kill, which I'm not happy with. Thank you, friends. You managed to escape from these horrors here. Take the supplies and this item we found, and Kazerg, the Blood Knight, wants to travel with you. Very nice. And we got some money, and we got some flesh, which is very important. Flesh is a special resource that we use to make medicine in this game. So we have enough... do we have enough life essence? Yeah, we do have enough life essence. We also get a helmet. We can extract ability. Occurs when an ally dies. Occurs when an ally dies. If the triggered character will heal 40% of dead ally within 2 turns. Nope. Recover criticals. On a critical normal attack, applied damage recovery of 66% self. Damage recovery when you are damaged by normal attacks. Not great. That's actually quite a nice one to have, Stalwart. You're sort of like a rock, grants immunity against push, pull, grab, and bash effects. So we're going to extract that from one of the corpses, which would take up some of our resources, and some of our characters leveled up. So if we go to the character menu, we can fiddle with their stats, but first things first, I am going to give Stalwart to him, which fills up one of these lower mutation slots. I want it because I don't want him to get pushed out of formation. He can have the better helmet. We're going to break this helmet down because it's trashed here. And we get 4 trillium for that. So, with the stats, you have a few points to spend. I want to basically have good health and increases focus by 2% when doing or dealing damage or casting an ability, which is nice. I do want to up his health, so every point will increase it by 25, because his ability gouges out his health bar, so I'd rather give him a nice chunky amount of health to start off with. Also, we do not know what his mutation will do to him. With him, we need to have vitality for health, and let's see, max stamina is useful for his abilities. He's not really a damage dealer, he's more the straight up like damage sponge, but for the time being I'm going to give him some more stamina to allow him to use his abilities, his sealed abilities, more. So I find the stats that are best for him are vitality and agility, with some left over in strength. But for now, folks, we're going to leave it there. We're going to quickly save. Quick save. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. The game, Urtuk's The Desolation, is not out yet, but if you are interested, it's supposed to be coming out, I believe, in February, like towards the end of February, and I suggest you will keep an eye on it, because it is a very interesting game, and I shall show more of it. Goodbye, folks.